Here at Jets Camp, I'm here with Coach Robert Saleh. So, Robert, tell me if you can, what is the difference that you see in your team this year at camp, adding Aaron Rodgers? What is the attitude like?
I think when you add, I think I'll speak for every organization. When you have a Hall of Fame quarterback under center, it gives you hope, right? But it's our job to quickly reel that in and understand how hope is achieved and all the dreams and aspirations that we have. And so there's obviously a buy-in, not that there wasn't before, but guys know that that it's real. It's not coach speak, it's not player speak, it's not just psyching ourselves up. It's real, but how quickly can we get back to the moment and focus? And I feel like this group is doing that. So it's been great. It's been a great off season. It's been a great start to training camp. Still a heck of a long way to go, but everything's been good. The energy's been great.
Do you remember when you went out to recruit him in California, if I can use that word? What was that moment like, and did you feel like you really had to convince him, hey, we're serious, we want you, and we're going to be a playoff team?
I'll be honest, I've been asked this a lot, and the best way I can explain it is it was kind of like a process. At first, it's like, well, Green Bay's not trading him. But
Yeah.
then they engaged with Joe in trade talks. I was like, huh. And then they gave us permission. I was like, oh my God, they really will trade him. And then talking to Aaron, and he invites us out there, and I was like, oh, he's serious. And so when we were on the plane, it wasn't necessarily having to convince him of anything. I think he already knew what he wanted. It was more it really was just to get to know each other. Because one thing about Aaron, he's very, very smart. He is not doing things blind. He wasn't inviting us blind. He knows exactly what we have going on. I think for him it was more, I just want to get to know these guys. And that's all it really was. I don't think we had to convince him of anything. I think it was more, this is who we are. Here's our ownership group. Here's our GM. Here's our coaching staff. And so that was it was kind of a cool, organic conversation. I mean, our Nathaniel's walking around the beach in his barefoot, not even paying attention. It was just a really cool experience. But for Aaron, I think he knew where the direction he wanted to go. He had to go through his process to make sure that everything was kosher, if you will.
When you watch practice now, I go camp to camp. I see one practice, so I don't know. But I saw a lot of him, maybe you'd call it teaching or advising or doing whatever, but especially with the receivers and with Zach Wilson. What have you seen in Aaron with his teammates?
Yeah, and that's the thing that's another one that's come up, because I don't know him from before. I know Matt at Green Bay speaks glowingly of him and just holds him in such high regard, but I don't know really what his personality was. All I know is what I've seen here, and so when people ask me about him, I just think he's so thoughtful and deliberate with everything he does and connecting with people, and it's not just his teammates, the way he connects with the cafeteria, the equipment room, the marketing crew. Like he is really connecting himself to everybody. And when you see him on the football field, he knows that he can help expedite the process of getting everybody on the same page as quickly as possible. He knows the system. He and Hackett are working in lockstep, and so when he has an opportunity to talk to a receiver about what he's looking for, or having dialogue to see what the receiver is feeling so they can get on the same page as quickly as possible, I think it's awesome. And when you have a guy like him, who I've said he's as close to a coach as you can get at this stage in his career, it's beneficial, because he's the one who's feeling those bullets, who's receiving those bullets, so his input is even stronger.
Gut feeling, do you have him longer than 1 year?
Oh, yeah. He's having too much fun. He's having way too much fun, and we are too, so.
I want to ask you about one other player, Makai Becton, who you have invested a lot of time and energy and really one-on-one kind of coaching and talking to him. And it seems like has to be his time fairly soon here. He's going to run out of chances fairly soon. Does Makai Becton have a chance to be an impact player for your team?
Yeah, it's for him, it's about that, just mentally gaining confidence in that knee. He's worked really hard to get his weight down into a a playable weight, if you will, and he's been working hard at it. And so for him, it's just a matter of gaining confidence in that knee, knocking the rust off. It's been 2 years since he's played football, but his talent's undeniable. The young man has potential to be as good as anybody in football, but again, football is 90% neck up, and so once all that confidence comes into fruition and he triggers, he has a chance to be a huge contributor to this football team because he is so talented.
Does he love football?
I think he does. You don't fight through a couple of surgeries and grind through all the pain that he's been grinding through if you don't. And he's got an opportunity to show it this year, and I think he's doing everything he can to show that.
Good luck this year. It's going to be a lot of fun.
No, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun through hell or high water.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.